In FTC or First Tech Challenge robotics, one of the most important items a team can produce other than a robot is an engineering notebook. Okay? So today I want to take a few minutes to walk you through the setup and the format of an engineering notebook. An engineering notebook is a journal or notebook that shows a timeline of the production, the design, the journey a team in First Tech Challenge takes to produce a competitive robot, and all the activities, all of the sessions, all of their fundraising, everything they do throughout the season is journaled and recorded in an engineering notebook. And this year, the 2015-16 season, the format of the engineering notebook was changed. And so I want to take an opportunity to walk you through the new sections and outline and format of the engineering notebook. Okay. Under the new format, one of the recommended versions of an engineering notebook is a simple 3-ring binder. This here is a 2-inch binder, and on the cover they would like a cover sheet that we just made that slid down inside the plastic sheet here with your team number, team name. If you have a logo or a design, you could put your school name on here as well, location, or in this case, Team 5532 put a quote from Steve Jobs. Said, like, in previous years, our Team 5532 had a spiral notebook, and you can see they've got their team number, name, and high school here, and then they've got a team photo of them in one of their building sessions. Okay, when you open up the engineering notebook, the inside hasn't changed so much in that on the inside you need to make sure to have a bill of materials. This is the additional building materials and parts that are outside of the traditional Tetrix building components listed. In this case, Team 5532, they have it taped right here on the inside cover for the judges and the inspectors to recognize. And they've also, this is optional, but they've decided to put it in right here at the cover, is a list of their sponsors, those companies, local businesses, and so forth that the program has been sponsored by with grant money, fundraising events, like Image Plastic provides acrylic plastic sheets, and so are the local student government. So your corporate sponsors, but this isn't necessarily in this location anymore. Then what's important to have on the inside cover is a team bio sheet. Okay, what a team bio sheet does is it provides the judges an opportunity to get to know the team. Okay, so it's got a brief narrative about the journey the team has taken through the year, what their robot, what their team is focused on in the task, and then also, if you notice right down here, there are specific pages listed, such as the outreach pages, the design and brainstorming pages, programming pages. There are team biographies that are listed for the judges to pay close attention to. Okay, so you want to have a team summary page there on the front page in the new format. Okay, and so inside this binder, this 3-ring binder, we would have our team summary page right here on the front with all of those particular highlights of the season, highlights of the team enclosed on that page for the judges to read. And under the new format for the engineering notebook, there's 3 major sections. There's a robot design section, which Team 5532 this year decided to use an engineering notebook in itself in this particular section. So they've got their team number there on the front, just in case. And then inside, what they have is this is where you enclose your daily robot design journal entries. So they've got a small drawing here of a component on their robot sketch, an explanation of what it is. They've got the dates paged and signed by who was drawing and designing that was. On other pages you can see they've used a digital camera to take pictures of the progress, the building components that they have completed in that day's practice and that day's building section. Okay, they've got a small description here of what you see, and then also they have a to-do list the next time they build, so that when they come in, they know that this is what our goal was from the last section, our to-do list. Okay, so a robot design section is truly just that. It has pictures, it has drawings, it has explanations of the design process, the description of the pictures that you see throughout. Okay? So a robot design, here's another picture that they've included. Okay? And so it's just daily entries of robot design. Okay? That's a new format under this new engineering notebook. The second section in the engineering notebook this year is the community outreach. Okay? In past years, in the engineering notebook, you would just put tabs similar to this. That would be your community outreach events. Like in this case, the Fall Carnival fundraiser, and opportunity for individuals in the neighborhood and the school district to come and see what is robotics. What is the team accomplishing? And you would have your outreach events, or like here, freshman orientation, where the incoming ninth graders have an opportunity to visit with the robotics team, see the robots from previous years driving about, and hopefully recruit new students to the program. This year, what they're wanting you to do is have a separate section outside of your traditional notebook. In this case, it may just be some simple folder and so forth, and it has, you include your events inside, like this Make It Alaska Festival, where our teams and teams from another high school robotics teams set up a booth to promote the FIRST program and FIRST Tech Challenge. So you include those in a new notebook this year. In this case, this is just a simple bound notebook. Okay? And then the third section of the engineering notebook in this year's format is a budget, fundraising. It's a business plan. So how are you paying for your robot? What are your funding sources? What is your building budget? And so forth. So you have a third section with a little poly sheet to separate, and then you have a notebook that you include those tasks in. In previous years, you could do a section, and what this is, the budget and fundraisers, is it's not so much of an itemized part by part budget. It's where do you get your funding? Do you have donations from local businesses? Are you getting community outreach grants? Are you doing local fundraisers like popcorn sales, fall carnival, raffles, raise your voice, youth awareness video projects, school business partnerships, local businesses, material providers like Image Plastics, providing polycarbonate and acrylic sheeting, carpenters, welders, local machinists, local engineers, helping out with their specialized job skills in helping you fabricate and create building components, functional parts, and restaurant dinners and so forth. So in this section is where you would then include those things. So for instance here, this is an explanation of the Fall Carnival donation. They wrote a short narrative here where they showed that they raised $393 through the Fall Carnival games held at the local school. They also have a short narrative here about fundraising through the sale of pizza, local pizzeria, pizza cards. So you want to include your fundraising. There's lots of different ways of doing it. You can do it in a written narrative form. You can do it in a list form. If you wanted to create a spreadsheet or a chart, data table, and have that listed, you could do so. Okay, so the three main sections of an engineering notebook this year for the First Tech Challenge, you've got your business plan, budget, fundraisers. You've got the community outreach activities. How are you promoting robotics in your school, in your community, your neighborhood? What events take place? And then the robot design, the building, the production of your competitive robot section as well.